So let's just give maybe some background for those who have been hiding under a rock and are unfamiliar, haven't seen your channels just yet. Could you explain to people how this all got started and how you got to where you are now?
Yeah, in 2021, I got interested in a company called Palantir, and I started covering the company by making some videos online. I didn't know there was going to be that much demand for those videos. I kind of had a position and thought, let's just put it out there. Let's see what people think. And I realized a lot of people cared about the company. At that time, the stock was around $25. Stock ended up going to $6 a year later. And the people that were talking about it kind of disappeared because it's hard to defend a name that's down 70%. For some reason, I just felt very committed to continuing discussing the thesis. I don't even know why. I mean, there's so many different nuances, but like at its core, there was like just something internal that was like, this is special, this is real. And eventually, hopefully, the stock comes back. And now it is where it is today. We built this great community, and now it's just full-time content creation.
It's really expanded out as well from Palantir. It's almost like there's been multiple cults that have kind of coalesced, it seems, into one area, right? When you take Palantir, you add Hood to that. There's Grab, there's Tesla. So how do you kind of decide which areas you're going
Part of
to?
the question is chicken or the egg. Was the cult there first, or was because people like Amit coming in and leading it and found a great company and built it around it? And one thing that I think Palantir and Robinhood also both have in common, the way they connect with retail as well. Perfect storm, but I do wonder if someone like Amit being there to lead the way is the reason that these companies are have that cult-like mentality. But I apologize for interrupting you. I think you are a big reason for it on these ones.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a bit of excitement around some of these companies, and like there has to be some like natural level of demand for you to be able to make content that people care about. But what gets a lot more people interested is someone who can put out high quality content on the names. And Palantir, again, there was always a lot of interest around the name. I think my constant videos really started solidifying a lot more people to get excited about it. And it's not just me, there was a bunch of other people, but I guess I was like kind of the core people on YouTube every single day putting out videos. And that led to this community. With Robinhood, honestly, there weren't that many people interested. Robinhood had a pretty prolific journey given the 2021 GameStop fiasco. And so a lot of people just forgot about them. And so when I saw them and I got interested and I started putting out more content because I had a bit of a following already from Palantir, a lot of those people said, hey, why don't we take a look at the next thing Amit's talking about? And thankfully that one has done well. So I feel like a lot of these new cults are formed after the compounding effect of being right a couple times. You got to get the first couple right. And then hopefully you can get a lot more right throughout the lifetime.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. And I want to dive into these companies. I have a lot of specific questions within them. But before we go a little further into there, can you just talk to us a little bit about what the goals are now? The YouTube is over 100,000 subscribers. The Twitter has been rapidly growing. I feel like that interview with Vlad was also a huge moment that really sent things skyrocketing. So what's the goals now with everything that you're doing?
Honestly, I just want to keep growing. I think in the attention economy, it's really hard to consistently grow as a content creator. So there's a lot of work you have to do to level up and diversify the types of content. So I have some plans for 2026 in terms of different types of content that I want to create. There's no master plan or master vision on this. I'm just the guy talking about companies that I enjoy speaking about and analyzing the macro markets. And I just love doing that every single day. So I continue to do it. So yeah, I think at its core, the growth has really been due to just like being obsessed with putting out content and like analyzing the markets in a way that's consumable for the average person. And so, that inevitably developed a following. I don't know in the future what that looks like. Is that writing a book? Is that, building a bigger media enterprise? Not fully sure. But I do know that whatever you're trying to do, you have to have people's attention to be able to even have a chance to succeed at it. One thing I am getting a lot more interested in is angel investing. And based on some of the connections that I've built with the audience, I've been able to make a few investments that have done relatively well. Some of them might go to zero, but some really good prospects. And so is there a world where, I can raise some money and start a VC fund? Maybe. I don't love VC investing as much as public market investing. But public market investing is a lot more scary than VC investing because like you're managing a lot more capital in the public market. So is there a world where I'm actually managing big money one day? I don't know. I feel like that's a long time from now, but I do know that having people's attention is the first step to even have a chance to do that.